There is little doubt that the 1960s was a significant decade that saw everything from flower power and Beatlemania to miniskirts and moon landings. And in a world of greater freedom and increased wealth, the Motopanfilo became a popular sight on the French and Italian Riviera. This unusual Italian word was coined to describe luxury motor yachts from about 18 to 30 meters in length that were the predecessors of today's super yachts. Not surprisingly, it was Italian yacht builder Benetti that led the charge in this new trend, with models such as the 18.7 meter Delfino, the 24 meter Gabbiano, and the 27 meter FB27. The thought and the attention to detail that went into the design of these Motopanfilo yachts was so great that they became a smashing success, with a new generation of wealthy jet setters that wanted to enjoy luxury on the water in the French and Italian Riviera and beyond. Famously, even Prince Rainier and Princess Grace enjoyed using a Benetti Gabbiano, and by the 1970s, Benetti had become the fourth largest super yacht builder in the world. Fast forward 6 decades and Benetti went on to consistently hit the #1 spot, earning a vast wealth of experience from an ever-demanding clientele. So when they decided to launch a new 37-meter model called the Motopanfilo, they had a very clear mission in mind. Not to create a nostalgic retro product, but to design and to build a yacht that would incorporate the popular characteristics of those early models, whilst satisfying the demands of today's modern clientele.
In the 1960s, yacht builders were building hulls and superstructures as two completely separate objects, quite literally bolting one on top of the other. And Benetti was the first builder to try to harmonize the two, so that the elements of the hull would run vertically towards the top of the superstructure, and it became impossible to see where one began and the other ended. The yacht owner felt cocooned inside a well-designed and comfortable yacht, almost like being inside a shell. And in fact, we call this design the shell concept. Another very popular feature of the early Motopanfilo yachts was the mahogany capping rail that would run from the stern to the bow of the yacht like a bronze ribbon that tied it neatly together. We decided to use bronze matte metallic paint as a design element on the top of the bulwarks and running from the main deck to the upper deck overhang to give the same design touch, but with a modern take. This has never been done before. It is a real first for Benetti. Then we have to consider the importance of the yacht's transom. Even today, 60 years after they were first built, round transomed Benetti yachts are highly desirable. Yacht owners spend so much time on the aft deck, it has to offer something special. Today, though, with modern technology, owners demand so much more from the transom, so we knew that we had to make this a very special element of the design of the new Motopanfilo. Although the new design is not a rounded transom as such, it still has a beautiful gentle curve to it, and is so much more practical than the older design, opening up to create a large terrace on the sea and a magnificent beach club. One of the reasons that the early Motopanfilo yachts were so popular is that they allowed the owner and his guests to really enjoy the experience of being at sea. This is not just about being at anchor or going for a swim, but also about enjoying the moments that the yacht is cruising. And of course, the highest point of the yacht is the very best place to be, to see the views and watch both the wake of the yacht and also the bow as it cuts through the waves. It is such an exciting and important part of the yacht ownership, so we just had to make sure that the new Motopanfilo incorporated an observation deck at the highest point. On the new Motopanfilo, the interiors are designed by Lazzarini Pickering, and they have done a wonderful job. The designers came up with the concept of being inside the skeleton of a large whale, creating a sense of openness whilst being embraced inside a voluminous structure. The main deck uses these beams as ribs that add a classic touch and give a framework to the whole architecture. And then mirror-edge faces are used to enhance the sense of space and seem to bring the sea inside.
With a length of 37 meters, this composite yacht will have a maximum speed of 16 or 18 knots, depending on the engine option that is chosen. Her range will be about 3,800 nautical miles at 10 knots. As you travel to the yachting hotspots of the world, from Monaco to Miami and from the Balearics to the Amalfi Coast, Benetti yachts can be seen in just about every port and in every bay. The popularity and the success that the company enjoys today, though, is grounded in the foundations of well-built and supremely well-thought-out motor yachts in the 1960s, 6 decades ago, the Motopanfilo. And with the new 37-meter Motopanfilo soon to hit the water, the enjoyment of Benetti yacht owners worldwide can be assured for another 6 decades. And probably far beyond that.